Hi guys, this is Nitin Gokant speaking to you on behalf of Cricket Unlimited. As you all know, we just concluded the cricket series between India and England. And although the series was 2-all, a draw, technically from that point of view, but in realistic terms, we could call it a moral victory for India. Because nobody gave a chance to this Indian team at that they would, cross the line and even draw the series, forget winning about. So it's been a great achievement. Today we have two distinguished guests with us, and we are going to have a tete-a-tete on the series which has gone by. Not so much so in terms of who did what and what was achieved, because those are events which are already known to everybody. Nothing much can be done about it. But basically, what are the takeaways from this tour and this series is what we three are going to debate and discuss. So we have with us Ritesh Mishra and Shirish Nadkarni. Now, a brief introduction about Ritesh Mishra. He is probably known to many of you. Nonetheless, Ritesh is a commissioner of income tax. Recently, he got transferred from Gujarat to Maharashtra. Now he's in Bombay. So, welcome Ritesh to the show and also to Bombay. And
Thank you.
we hope that your presence today is going to add color and value to the discussion. Ritesh has been a very passionate cricketer himself. In his younger days, he represented in the under 19 in the university matches and club matches. And he's keeping a very close eye on the happenings on the BCCI and in the cricket front. That's so much about Ritesh. More when he speaks, probably if he can add to what I missed out. Shirish Nadkarni, a very popular figure, a renowned journalist, an excellent badminton player who has been watching badminton, playing badminton for decades. I would imagine more than 5 decades, Shirish. And he's got a spirit which is called Never Say Die. Now, this Never Say Die spirit is probably known to many of you who have attended some podcasts. As you know, we used to conduct these kind of podcasts in the past during the COVID times in the 2020, 2021. And Shirish was one of the guests who had participated. And I think he's crossed about a silver jubilee of surgeries, if I'm not wrong.
Yeah, 29,
29.
unfortunately.
Okay. So 29. I hope that's the end of it. No more.
Yeah.
So despite all the medical complications and problems that Shirish faced, his spirit has never been sagging. He's always been, always looking for opportunities to play badminton, and his skills in journalism are too well known. Without much ado, then we shall start the discussion about the cricket series that has gone by. And as I said, we are not going to look in terms of who did what, catches dropped, this should have happened. That's all wishful thinking. So it doesn't make sense. So basically, my first question to the panelists, we can debate on this, is there's a lot of talk about, or even probably before the series ended, before the series, last match ended, people were talking whether Gautam Gambhir is the right choice for red ball cricket. His skills or his leadership qualities or his analytical abilities, if I may say so, are supposedly good for white ball cricket. The data analysis, the strategies, but whether it is good enough for red ball cricket, long format, in terms of man management skills, we all saw what happened, with Lee Fortis. So with this background, maybe I can start off with Shirish, and then Ritesh can give his 2 cents on it.
Let me put it this way. Remember, although we eventually ended the series at 2-2, we came within 6 runs of being beaten 3-1. Had we been beaten 3-1, there would have been a lot of questions asked about the skills, man management skills of Gautam Gambhir, because he made several pretty strange decisions right through the series. He did not give Kuldeep a chance to play even one match. nor did Abhimanyu Ishwaran get a chance to play one match. He persisted with some players. Uh, Nothing succeeds like success. So, since we won the last match and drew the series 2-all, I suppose you have to say that he deserves to continue uh, as the coach for the entire team for tests, one-dayers, and T20s. That's my feeling.
Ritesh,
Just yes. Just to add to what Shirish Bhai has said, I also agree that like for long formats, certain decisions are very important. Like nowadays, it is more easy to win a match than to draw it. Yet, I felt that the Indian team was a bit defensive in its selection. Even the second match, which we won, the second match also we had packed it with batsmen. So it's a different matter that England, they did not do well and we ultimately won that match. But if you see the second test match, India had totally not gone in with any wicket-taking bowlers. Also, what I feel is that, yes, a match winner like Kuldeep, a strike bowler like Kuldeep not played for a single match in the entire series is a bit surprising. Also, someone like Washington Sundar sent in sometimes at number 9 and all. Yes, the fact that he scored 50, a very quick 50, and that crucial 39-run last wicket partnership that won it for us helped. But the point is that are we utilizing our players effectively? Probably no. So I think the jury is still out on whether Gambhir is great as a test coach. T20 and ODI certainly. As a test coach, we'll have to wait and watch.
Perhaps you might like to think that uh, Gambhir's coaching and the captaincy of Shubman Gill, there has to be a correlation between the two. Until the last test, until the last day, until the final session, I personally felt that Shubman Gill's captaincy was questionable. He did not give his spinners any chance. The way he moved his bowlers around was not ideal. His field placements were not always good. But the way he captained the side in that last 1 hour of the match was phenomenal. I give full marks to him. It's like as if he came of age in that 1 hour. What do you feel?
I also agree with this. Both of us have discussed offline that it was very surprising his not giving Washington Sundar a ball till the 65th over of the match in one of the matches. But
Yes.
yes, the last 1 hour was phenomenal. One thing which I could not understand much, but I really appreciated was that the last 1 hour, the new ball was available, but he persisted with the old ball. That was something fantastic. If that you can think like why they did so.
I think it was a fabulous decision because one thing is we had very, very few runs to play with. We had 37 runs at the start of the day. And when the new ball became due, uh, a new ball is hard and travels much faster to the boundary. A few cuts here, a few nicks there, and the target could have been wiped out. The old ball was doing a lot on the field. It was wobbling, it was seaming. I don't know, maybe the conditions were good for us. Whatever happened, I think it was very good decision to continue with the old ball beyond the 80th over.
Very good. This is a very good point. I totally appreciate the new ball. Yes, wickets may come, but the runs also may come faster. Correct.
If we had more runs to play with, yes, I would have asked for the new ball. But since we didn't have that many runs to play with, I think the decision to continue with the old ball was spot on.
My take about the captaincy part as far as Gill is concerned, yes, he has made a lot of tactical errors and mistakes. But one thing which is probably not known to any of us, except maybe the inner circle or in the drawing in the dressing room, is how much of authority did Gill really have in terms of executing his own will and decisions. Let's face it, I mean, he is a rookie as far as captainship is concerned. He's got it on a platter only because Rohit stepped down. Otherwise, he would not have been considered at all. Probably he would not also have been a choice had Bumrah indicated that he's playing all the 5 matches. So
True.
if Bumrah was available for all the 5 matches, I think he would have been a probable automatic choice to be the skipper. With this background, I would give him the benefit of doubt. There's no doubt that he made technical errors, but whether the blame can squarely rest on his shoulders or there is a strategy team which is sitting in the dressing room. You got Sudhanshu Kotak as a batting coach, then you have Gautam and you have host of coaching staff who have already given their inputs in the previous evening or during the breaks. So I would imagine Gill is not the type who can take on a guy like Gautam Gambhir head on. You know, he's not having that kind of authority because he's just new to the job. So he's struggling for his own form, his own place in the side. With this background, maybe this maybe will always remain. I think it was more to do with Gambhir's decision making and execution left to this guy Gill.
Right. There was one or sorry, pardon. There were
Yes,
one
yes.
or two things about Shubman Gill's captaincy on that last 1 hour that I appreciated. You remember he gave the batsman Atkinson an easy single of the last ball of 2 successive overs by keeping the field on the boundary. That is because he did not want Chris Wokes, who had one arm completely strapped, to face any of the fast bowlers. He could have been seriously hurt. So I thought that was a very humane thing to do. I mean, he could easily have stopped the single. In fact, Jurel even missed one run-out chance by throwing the ball along the ground without taking his glove off. But I appreciated the fact that he was, I think, humane in allowing Chris Wokes to not face a single ball.
You know, I don't know if both of you saw the celebration in the dressing room minutes before we actually won the last test. If you observe the last minute celebrations or the mood, I would say the mood in the dressing room, we had not won and maybe 6 runs were remaining or 8 runs were remaining and there was tension on Gautam's face. And I could see Gautam going near the window and giving directions in terms of making gesticulations, probably to Gill as to how should he spread his field. I could clearly see that. Having spoken about Gautam, does it give him a kind of an extension? Because now the talk of him, going away and concentrating only on limited overs will now be put to rest. What's your take?
Ritesh?
Yes, probably now he will continue because the next 2 years we don't have any 5-test series coming up. We have shorter series coming up. We have 3-test series coming up, and then they're in India. So with 3-test series also, Bumrah will be back, and Siraj was outstanding. So now if we have both Siraj and Bumrah, then that will be very good because now Siraj definitely has come of age because Siraj is a rhythm bowler. Often he has not done what was expected from him, but now that is gone. Now Siraj on his own, he will be a match winner. There is this historian and author Abhishek Mukherjee. He's very good. He's very good. I regularly follow him. He's also a statistician, and he also came up with a very interesting stats that in the last 20 years, there are only 2 bowlers who bowl consistently at 140 plus and bring the ball in as well as bring the ball out, and they are Bumrah and Siraj. So with both of them in tandem, and yes, if it is a 3-test series, maybe Mohammad Shami can be back as well. And then our bowling is taken care of, and these bowlers, they have the ability to take the wicket out of contention. And if it is India, yes, Kuldeep will be back in action. So I think we are having a good time ahead. And coincidentally, all 3 of us are wearing blue. This is not by design. This is by accident. This shows that Our heart is with the Indian team. We want our team to do well, and hopefully it will do well. And I think Gautam deserves a chance to continue for some more time.
Coming to, you're
Absolutely.
talking about Mohammad Shami coming back. That will be a great thing if his fitness levels are, maintained and he is back. The injuries that he had are behind him. It will be a great asset. And Bumrah and Shami and Siraz leading the pack would be wonderful. That brings me to the question about an unknown commodity who got drafted into the fourth test, that is Anshul Kamboj. Okay, he may have been a good, IPL bowler, but is the IPL really the good barometer to decide? Because personally, I had known very little about Anshul Kamboj because I'm not fond of IPL, so I don't watch much of IPL. But from reports, he has not bowled more than 125, 130, which is cannon fodder for the Englishmen who are, used to playing baseball. So, what is your take on Anshul Kamboj and the future that lies ahead of?
Very frankly, I was not impressed by Anshul Kamboj. Very frankly. I thought he'd probably been rushed into the fray because there were injuries to two of our main bowlers. I mean, Ashdeep had a hand injury, and Akashdeep also reported a knee
He had a
injury.
niggle.
Yes, he had a niggle. So he was perhaps desperately drafted into the playing 11
But
at a
wasn't
moment.
Harshit Rana there in the 18, in the original 18?
No, he had been relieved earlier. He also was injured. He had been relieved earlier. So I think he was brought in as a sign of desperation. And they didn't want to give Shardul Thakur another chance because Shardul Thakur was very poorly handled in the first test. I mean, he was given an over after, I think, 39 overs, if I remember right.
Shirish, sorry for the interjection. That reminds me, we have given chances to Mukesh Kumar in Test cricket. Now, if
Yeah.
we could have taken Jagdishan as a standby for Pant returning to India because of injury and not playing the fifth test, maybe Mukesh Kumar, who has some experience of Test cricket, was not even considered or not even thought of.
There were several strange decisions that were there right through the series. In fact, I remember reading somewhere that Mohammad Shami was fit. He himself had declared himself fit. He had been declared fit by the institute which was overseeing his fitness regime. And yet he was not even considered to be flown to England to, assist the team. It's very strange. Why I don't understand. And Anshul Kamboj's debut was very, very pedestrian. As you said, he almost never crossed the 130-kilometer mark. And that, as you said, is cannon fodder for the Englishman. For any international batsman to face a medium pacer of 125 to 130, who does nothing particular, there wasn't anything specific in his bowling that was out of the ordinary. So I was personally disappointed with Anshul Kamboj. But if we have, for the next series against the West Indies, if we have the services of Shami, and you also have Arshdeep, Harshit Rana, all these back and fit, you'll have a pace attack which is absolutely first class. And then you have the backup of Kuldeep playing at home, Ravindra Jadeja playing at home, and you have Akshar Patel waiting in the wings. You've got a very, very good attack. I have no fears that we have an attack that can take on the West Indies very comfortably.
And Akshar has improved his batting and fielding both tremendously.
No, immeasurably, absolutely. He's batting really well. Yeah.
Okay,
Ritesh?
that's moving to the next point. I wanted to ask you, what does the future hold for Sarfraz Khan and Shreyas Iyer?
Ritesh?
Both have been extremely unlucky, and hats off to Sarfraz for shedding 10 kilos and becoming fit and all. And Shreyas as well, he has done whatever was asked from him. He was asked to play domestic cricket, he did that. He was asked to improve his fitness, he did that. He played a crucial role in the Champions Trophy, won us the tournament, like played an important role in winning us. So he definitely deserves a look in back. But I'm not sure about what they will do with Karun Nair and Sai Sudarshan, because then some tough call has to be taken, because out of these
Then you
four,
have Abhimanyu Ishwaran also.
Abhimanyu Ishwaran also. Very, very correct.
The
Very,
thing
My
very
about
point,
the thing about Shreyas is, I mean, there is a label which is there on him, rightly or wrongly, that he is a flat track bully, you know. And
If he's a
probably
flat track,
probably they thought that we would get green tops in England, and they thought that maybe he would not do well.
yes. But if he's a flat track bully and we have matches in India, so be it. He'll just like create havoc.
absolutely, absolutely. I think Shreyas and Sarfraz deserve very much more sympathetic handling. Shreyas has been pushed out of the team without any reason, and Sarfraz has not been given a chance. I think he lost 17 kilos, not 10 kilos. That's a phenomenal amount. That's a phenomenal amount. He's looking really fit. He's looking really hungry. And I think in the next series, he deserves a chance. If anything, you should rest some of our stalwarts and give these two definitely a chance in the batting order in the 11.
See, the slot, the 4 number slot has now gone to Gill. So
Yeah.
I don't see him returning to the opening slot. So while Jaiswal occupies number 1 slot, the question is whether Abhimanyu Ishwaran will open with him, or who else will open with him.
Well,
So
Rahul has done very well
Rahul
in
is
that
there.
slot. So,
Yeah.
Yeah.
So with Rahul and him as a
and number 4 are done.
settled pair, 1, 2, and 4 is settled. The slot which is
Yeah.
probably available is 6 and 3.
Yeah,
Yes,
that's
because 5 is also settled. 5 is settled with Pant, Rishabh
With
Pant.
Pant, yes. So it's either if Pant continues at 5, then it's only 3 and 6. Rest of them,
No, I would give Shreyas a chance at 3 and Sarfraz a chance at 6 when we next play the next
which
test
means
match.
Jadeja would have to come in at number 7.
Yes, so be it. So be it. So
Yes.
we've got a batting order with Jadeja, with Washington Sundar also
At 8,
playing
Washington
so
Sundar
well.
at 8.
At 8. It's a phenomenal batting order. And it goes
Yeah.
all the way down. I think the only people who can't bat relatively are Bumrah and Siraj.
Correct. And even
Very
Akashdeep showed great potential in batting.
Yes, he got 63. 66 was it?
Yes.
Yes.
Terrific as a night watchman.
What's your take on parents, coming in between and giving interviews about selection? I think it happened with Karun Nair's father, or I mean Abhimanyu Ishwaran of late. I'm not sure whether Karun Nair's father also gave an interview in the past. I'm not sure.
No, Yograj. Yograj and Mr.
Okay,
Ishwaran.
these are the only two. Okay, then Karun Nair's father didn't give any bite.
Probably not.
I think
Probably not. We can check.
Srisan's father gave a bite. Am I right?
Possibly.
Okay, so
Srison
what about
is not in
Ishwaran?
contention for the national team now, so I mean it can be discarded. It can be disregarded. But Abhimanyu Ishwaran's father saying whatever he did is counterproductive for his son's career. This is what I feel. I feel parents should stay out of it. They
No,
should
not
give
only that,
individual
Shirish, I think he named that he should have played in place of Sai Sudarshan. He took names.
that
That
not
is something he should have
Not
totally
right at all.
avoided. Because
That's
Sai
not
did creditably for himself, okay, whatever limited chances he got.
Yes. Now, in any case, you cannot name a player who is rivaling your son for a place in the team. I don't think you should name him. It's very poor. It's not correct ethics.
Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah.
Now, the recent buzzword which is causing two schools of thought is the workload management. Sunil
Yes.
Gavaskar himself has sort of, criticized the term workload management, and so have many. But the BCCI seems to be following this formula. What is your opinion about the whole thing, especially with relation to Bumrah?
See, Bumrah has been pilloried by a lot of people for so-called picking and choosing matches. Now, I would like to say that he has not selected which match to play and which match not to play. It is his medical team that made it very clear that he is not going to be able to last 5 matches. You know what happened to him in Australia when he was literally bowled into the ground. I mean, he on his own, his patriotism cannot be questioned. He has done whatever his captain has asked him to do and even more. In fact, when he was the captain in the Perth Test, He won that test for India. So you cannot question the man's patriotism and resolve. It's unfortunate that
But
his
if the
body
body
is
doesn't
such.
support you, then you have to grant.
Exactly.
Yeah.
If the body is, I mean, I have some. I'm not in Bumrah's class or caliber, and I've had a whole lot of surgeries, so I know how fickle a body can be if it is not, even if it is trained to the minute. If it breaks down, there's nothing you can do. There's nothing you can do. So I understand where Bumrah is coming from, and I think we should really husband him well,
Protect
even
him
if
so that
he's
we use him for the, for the long term.
for the difficult matches. Yeah,
Yes.
exactly.
Yes.
Okay,
I I also
we have just 10 minutes
I
that
also
we have to speak about many other things. That brings me
yes.
to the topic about whether in the selection of the test team, I assume I'm wrong, but I think my heart tells me that IPL is the barometer for selecting a team for the test matches, which in my opinion is not the right thing. But it seems so. What are your takes on that?
Well, like I don't think you are definitely correct, but not totally. Because if you see Sai Sudarshan, he was certainly an IPL, like IPL
Product.
played a role in his selection. But for Karun Nair, no, because Karun Nair did very well in the domestic series. So that way, Karun Nair was not. Anshul Kamboj also. Well, he took 10 wickets in a Ranji Trophy match and he had almost 50 wickets in a Ranji Trophy season. So while he did play IPL, the fact that like his Ranji Trophy performance also played a part in his selection. But as Shirish Bhai correctly said, he was rushed in. He could have been he should not have been rushed in. It was a desperate selection. So I agree with you overall that IPL should not be a barometer for test selection. It can be a barometer for T20 selection and to some extent ODI selection as well.
I agree. I agree exactly to what
So,
Nitesh has
what are
said.
the major takeaways from the series which has just ended before we wrap up this discussion?
One
Ritesh?
of the best takeaways for me is that the batting has come of age. We did not miss Virat and Rohit. That is a huge thing because throughout cricket history, whenever some important players go, the team takes time to settle in. When the greats like Dennis Lilly, Greg Chappell, and Rod Marsh went at the same time, Alan Border took time for the team to rebuild.
Why go
When
far away, Ritesh? Look at this present
Sachin,
English team.
yes, yes, absolutely,
Anderson and Stuart Broad have gone.
yes.
They looked a totally depleted side.
Very correct. Very, very correct. That is a very good example. So that is the biggest takeaway from me. Our batting has come of age. Our bowling could be better, but probably if going forward, if we get the combination right, that also we can come. What I want is that there should be a clear demarcation of roles between Gill and Gambhir, because Gambhir is the off-field management expert. On-field, Gill has to be more assertive because Gautam Gambhir is not going to tell him don't give the ball to Washington Sundar or where to do the field placings and all. There, Gill has to improve, and I hope he will improve with the tests to come.
My
Shirish?
point, the best takeaway is that we thought this was a young team in transition from the retirement of the two great stalwarts who have, carried Indian cricket over the last 1 decade and more. The fact that the team would have not been flattered if it had been leading 3-1 at the end of the fourth match. The way things were going, we had no business to lose the two matches that we lost. We had our chances in both, especially when you were trying to get 192. There was no question of having to lose that match. So if we had not lost that match, we could very well have won the series with a match to spare.
But Shirish,
So
also to
this
be fair,
young team has done. This
on the other
young team
side,
has done really well.
on the other side, you saw England dropping 6 catches. Had Jadeja's
Yeah,
catch been taken by Root of the first ball,
yeah,
story would
yeah.
have been totally different. So
Well,
at the
yes.
end of the day, it gets squared off.
if Yashasvi Jaiswal dropped how many catches? 4 catches in that
Correct.
one particular innings.
Yeah.
It was sad. But I also bet that in future innings, the subsequent innings that Jaiswal played, he would not drop a single catch or he would not misfield a single ball. And that's what happened. I mean, it was just one terrible
One
bad
bad
day
day.
for him. Yeah, it happens. You can
Not
have a
only
bad day
that,
in office.
talking of Jaiswal, I mean, the kind of impetuosity with which he played, then later on, that shot which he went to hook and he got caught. We got for
Yeah.
4 or 8 or whatever. Subsequent game, he applied himself and played like a real test opener. So I think
Yeah, he did.
some talking has happened to him. I think in the third test he did that, but in the fourth test he did play with some kind of responsibility and maturity.
Agreed. Yes.
So good. We had a good panel discussion today. I hope the viewers who are going to see this recording, we request you to, give your inputs in the comments box when we put it up. And the takeaway from today's discussion is that probably Gautam Gambhir has got a lease of life, at least temporarily, as far as red ball cricket is concerned. Second thing is, I think we have a very strong bench strength. Not only in batting but also in bowling. Even if Bumrah is not going to be playing, then we have a strong bowling strength with Kuldeep, Akshar when we play the home series. And all in all, Indian cricket seems to be on the up.
Yes.
So
Absolutely.
thank you all for joining in today, and I hope we'll have many more discussions like this in the coming days. Thank
Thank
you.
It's been a pleasure.
Thank you.
It's been
Thank
a
you,
pleasure.
Ritesh. Thank you, Shirish. Bye.
Thank
Thank you.